Julie will probably join us, but I'm going to go ahead and open the meeting for the Harwich Affordable Trust for July 30th, 2024. It's now, Bob, for your, I always pick on Bob, it's now 5:02.
I got it. Thank you.
So you make a comment once, I never forget. Oh, here comes Julie, so, perfect.
Hey, Julie.
Perfect, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
I've just opened the meeting, and from there, I'd like, could entertain a motion to move into executive session.
Motion to move into executive session to discuss and vote on 456 Queen Anne Road development proposals, to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property if the chair declares that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiation position of the public body.
Second.
Thank you. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We took a roll call for this, I think. Julie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, aye.
Bob?
Yes.
Claudia?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye. And I'm an aye, so. We'll ask motion to move out of executive session.
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
The second. All in favor? We need a vote. Brendan?
Aye.
Claudia?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Julie?
Aye.
Let me just restate that we went into executive session when we decided that when the chair decided that the open session may be detrimental to the public body's negotiation position. No vote will be taken. No vote was taken in executive session. And so we lost Joe momentarily.
Yeah, he's on his way to local planning committee.
Oh, okay. So, what we decided in executive session is to bring this back for a formal vote on August 13th. And in the meantime, we've asked Joe as procurement officer to start with discussions on negotiation, on financial aspects of the proposals to understand that as well as we can, to start looking at what the legal language of the lease would be in addition to our RFP. We did agree to make a couple site visits to inform ourselves of what they look like, and then we'll come back on the 13th for to go through these discussions and have a formal vote to move ahead. And my understanding is then assuming that vote takes place, that starts a 90-day clock when they have to when it has to be completed, negotiations and the contract signed. So we're moving ahead. No else to add to that. We still have some work ahead of us. Any other comments from anyone? Thank you. We do have an audience member now. So. Now, we only have a few minutes left, and the next item on the agenda was the website. And Bob, can you give us just like a 5-minute update? Because I know both Julie and Claudia have to leave right on.
Yep. Brianna has been very effective in terms of calling us together via Zoom or Teams, as they say. And we have made some progress, but I wouldn't say nearly enough. And what I think we've realized is that there's a lot more to building a website than what we ever dreamed possible. And so the suggestion came out of our last conversation that it may make sense for us to look for professional website assistance. And Brianna took it upon herself to get some quotes from the GoDaddy people, which are the host site. And the professional website build would be about $2,100. And then there's always other costs for each year moving forward. It looks like it would be about $275 to $300 per year. And nobody else has any money. And we may not have a lot of money soon, but I'm,
$2,100 is that we can, that's an important item.
I would very much like to move that we put
Pursue
some
that?
money.
Uh,
But that's the update, so let's have discussion.
Okay. Is, maybe, does the town have a contract now with GoDaddy, so this is like an addition to the town?
Brianna purchased the contract with GoDaddy for our particular website, for the housing
Okay.
website.
And that fits within the umbrella of what the town is doing? I'm just trying to be sure we're connected.
Well,
to-
she has a
No,
budget that she was
it's-
able to
It's
tap into.
it's separate
Yeah.
from the town.
Mhm.
There would be a hot link from the town website
Over to
to
this.
to this website.
Does the town use GoDaddy then for their website?
I don't think so, no.
I doubt it.
I
Must
don't
be
think-
unique to us.
I think that, oh my gosh, Sarah is working with a separate entity plus the commission.
But when Brianna talks to them, they're comfortable that we can mesh the two programs. I mean, we can put our GoDaddy site on a town website.
No,
See what I'm
the
saying?
GoDaddy website will not go on the town website, but there will be a link on the town website
Okay.
that
then part's
redirects people
compatible.
to the housing website.
Okay.
If I may, Elizabeth Harder, the website that Brianna wants to set up is the same, done the same way as the cultural center. Their website is on GoDaddy and linked by the town. So that's why she picked GoDaddy to do
Good.
that.
And Liz, now that I have you
So-
there, let me ask you and your committee then, because we want this to be a housing website for both of us. You're comfortable
Yes.
with this proposal?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not a fan of GoDaddy, but
I don't know enough not to be a
You
fan,
know.
so.
it's, I do think it's better to hire a pro to create the website, just because, we know a lot of people that know how to do it, but it takes them a lot longer than it will to just hire a professional.
One, Steve, go ahead.
So were there other, I have a GoDaddy website when I do consulting, so, I've used Sarah in the past, just because we worked together at another company, and she develops websites, so I'm wondering if she weighed in on this, just to say, any recommendations, or I'm used to like having a few proposals, so more than one. I know with GoDaddy, from my personal experience, which is very, very limited, there's a lot of people, available from GoDaddy to do websites, but it's different than hiring a website developer, like a private company,
Right.
versus the platform itself, where it's typically, it could be, contracted out kind
Yeah,
of thing. So I guess from a security standpoint, from, having the platform itself be the developer, maybe that's a great idea, but I just would be, I would want to know more, and I'd be curious what Sarah thought.
Yeah,
In terms of
I-
that, with it being
that I
town
don't know.
information.
I'm assuming that Brianna spoke to Sarah, and Sarah suggested she go the way the cultural center did.
Okay.
But never assume, so.
Yeah.
And I presume
So
the same
all I know is that Brianna's signed with GoDaddy. She's gonna hire a professional somehow, and it's going to look like, it's going to be the same thing as not the same thing, but, it's going to be like the cultural center website. So use that as an example of what Brianna is hoping the housing website will look like. So,
But I think your point, Claudia, was, should we get 3 bids?
Yes.
Right.
Do we have to if it's under 10,000? How's that work?
We
We
don't,
don't.
no.
If it's under 10,000, you don't have to do that.
I don't think, I wouldn't even think you would have to. For me, just don't feel super comfortable without having a little bit more information on, again, the platform
Right.
is one thing. The platform doing the website is different,
Yep.
right?
Right.
So,
yeah, she said she went over it with Anthony, Anthony tomorrow, who's on my committee, who's an IT guy.
okay,
And he went over the contract and said, yes, no, negotiate this. but I believe that was just for the GoDaddy hosting. So I think, hopefully, you know, I call them the boys, Matt and Anthony, I think they're gonna be doing some work too. So hopefully we'll have more information by your meeting on the 13th.
Nice. That'd be
Can
great,
I
thanks,
ask-
Liz.
Bob, a question?
Sure,
Was.
it's okay with me.
Okay, Larry,
Sorry.
through you. Was Sarah included in any discussion when you had your meetings, or is it worth?
Sarah was not included in
Okay.
any of the discussions when we had our meetings.
Okay, so it'd probably be helpful to,
Just a double check.
Yeah, it's kind of what she did and does is web development,
Huh,
so she'd
That's-
probably be a good resource.
that's great to know.
Yeah.
just for security purposes, too,
Yeah,
like you
just,
said.
yeah, it's a little different, I think, than, you know, posting events versus posting what we're hoping to post.
Right.
So,
Okay,
Okay, so that's a good discussion. Because when I talked to Brianna about it, a very short discussion about GoDaddy. My concern actually is coming from another direction. My nervousness is once we get a website up, we have to really be sure that we populate that website.
Mm,
And because if you put it up and it's not updated
right.
all the time, and
Mhm.
Brianna says she's gonna maintain the website, but we need to commit, us and Liz, your community, to pick on you as well. We all need to commit to giving our information to
Mm.
Brianna to be sure that website is up to date.
Mhm.
And I know we've been at these selectmen's meetings in Boston, and a couple other towns went through their websites, and a couple of them were great, but the take-home message was they updated them every day.
Yeah.
Even if the message said, no updates today,
Mhm.
Mm,
they still did it so that people could trust that it was
current,
not like in our past in Harwich, we haven't been all that good at keeping websites up.
right.
So that was my discussion with Brianna. I went in a different direction, but your point's well taken. I just want to be sure that we're all committed to keep it up, both our committees, keeping it up to date.
So if I may, let me just take this back to Brianna and the rest of the committee, talk about it more, bring in the idea of contacting Sarah, seeing if she's interested in the possibility of offering up a projected cost to do this.
or maybe she has an idea of a web developer that she's worked with that would be separate from, I
Right.
think being my HR background, I like things different, so
Yep.
Mhm.
a platform and then a
Sure.
web developer versus the
Right.
platform being the web developer.
Being that makes
Like
sense.
when we've done it at other companies and stuff, when we have the website, we call our web developer and we say, here's, like you're saying, here's all the content we want on, they know how we want it to look, they know what it's supposed to be, they know how it's organized. There's a lot of, you know, like branding, for lack of a better word, on how we want it to be, and,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
Okay.
So,
Really?
I just gotta head
Oh,
out,
yeah.
I gotta get
No,
to
we have
this
to go because,
meeting.
well, Bob, thank you. We
Yep.
didn't give you much.
Larry, I've got a
No,
couple of
you
questions.
gave me exactly what I
Okay,
needed.
excuse me. Bill, go ahead.
Site visits for
Yes.
all three respondents.
We haven't determined that yet. Most likely, we'll pick on, well, let me just leave that open right now.
A conversation on Friday, I was anticipating that you'd be voting tonight. I mean,
Well, I thought we were going to, but we,
I've got a big hole to fill
yeah,
on deadline right now.
sorry about that. I thought we were gonna be ready to vote, and
Same.
I followed up and determined we weren't. That was my mistake, Bill. Is that it?
So there will be a decision on when?
The 13th. On August
August
13th.
13th? Did you get a specific recommendation tonight?
We did, but And that will be our focus, some of this going forward, but I don't want to get into that now.
All right, I'm going.
Not to be too
All right,
coy.
have a good meeting.
but,
Sorry, I was hoping to get there, but I
No,
had
no
family
problem.
stuff
I
tonight.
gotta
Julie,
run,
wait a minute,
sorry.
on your way out, let's
Yeah.
vote to, someone move to adjourn the meeting.
Move to adjourn?
Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.